At the time when I found out, at the same time as the rest of the world, that my marriage was ending in divorce.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? Together Destiny here, and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is an update of the Jeannie and Jeezy divorce that is going down. I know a lot of us really think that this divorce will not be that messy, but even though Jeezy is out there doing press round talking about this divorce and all that. Anyway, if you don't know the story, like, where have you been living under the rock? Okay, there's an interview Jeezy did with Nia Long. Well, I call that an interview or just like a sit down and talk video, which I talked about and people reacted to it. So I'll leave it up in the card and also in the description box so you catch up with it. But now Jeannie is picking up for since August that this divorce was filed and has been on the news. Jeannie has kept them mute. Jeannie has said, now I'm going to speak up and I'm going to tell some part of my own story. And there's a whole lot has been going on with this. Jeannie went to Jennifer Huston Talks show and she actually spoke about the divorce, how she found that she was getting a divorce from Jeezy just as well as when we did find out. She found out on social media. And she kind of alleged that Jeezy cheated during the marriage, and that's going to make the divorce and kind of just like a flaws in the prenup they signed, and Jeezy is going to pay a whole lot of money. So let's go check out the interview she did with Jennifer Huston and some of the press runs she has been doing. And also my sister from TikTok, Nosy, also kind of broke down the whole petition about Jeezy cheating. So let's go check out this video, then we'll come back and talk.
Jeannie, things are different from the last time you were here. Some unexpected news broke about your marriage.
I was going through things, and marriage ended in divorce, and it was kind of hard. So yeah, it's what I'm dealing with day by day,
And how are you doing now?
Well, I think I'm doing better now. I think at the time when I found out, at the same time as the rest of the world, that my marriage was ending in divorce, I was gutted. So yeah, today it's about picking up the pieces. It's about discovering me and being a mom to the best blessing in my life, my little girl.
Accentuating the positive
absolutely.
And the beauty in life.
Even though this year I met the most broken version of me, I also met the strongest version of me.
I love
today.
how you said that. That's going to empower so many.
Yeah.
The weight of divorce is heavy. How are you doing right now during these stressful times?
I'm focused on healing. I had to really turn off all my digital devices over the past few weeks to just really get that silence so I could just feel my feelings,
Yeah. And in your silence, like you're going through, you're meditating, you're thinking, what have you learned sitting in your feelings about yourself?
I have learned that I have to be mine before I am anyone else's. So I'm really working on finding my voice.
Child, the rent is due and Jeannie is out for blood. Now, TMZ is reporting that Jeannie is firing back at Jeezy's claims for his divorce, stating that he had cheated on her, and in their prenup, it says to pay up, honey. Now, Jeannie has finally responded to Yeezy's divorce petition, and she is more than insinuating that he cheated on her and claims that he will have a huge effect on their prenup and the division of their assets. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, Jeannie insinuates her estranged husband is guilty of infidelity. Her lawyer even writes, wife reserves the right to amend this counterclaim to add other grounds for divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify herein at the time in hopes that this matter can be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly, i.e. he cheated. It goes on though. It says, wife further shows that the court should enforce paragraph 8 of their prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity, which proves an impertinent, I hope I'm saying that correctly, part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party, via all forms of electronic communication, included but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTiming, social media, or direct messages, shall result in the significant financial penalty upon adulterous parties, i.e. she got the receipts. Now, in a nutshell, she's basically saying he better pay up, but I want the judge to reference paragraph 8 of our prenuptial agreement, and yes, Jeezy, I have the receipts, so don't play with me. Their divorce, like every other divorce going on in 2023, is just as messy. So we'll stay tuned for whatever else she releases, because if he fights her, we're going to get all the receipts. And you know she's going to leak it to TMZ.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. These all updates about Jeezy and Jennie Mai's divorce going on has really gotten everybody talking, and everybody are kind of, and some of you guys don't know, Jeezy actually kind of insinuated that there was cheating involved in this divorce and that it comes from Jennie Mai's own end. And apparently, Jeezy filed for the divorce when they just returned from a trip. They went to Vietnam and all that, thinking that, I think Jennie Mai actually thinking ahead that she was trying to mend up our relationship and trying to get a man back. But Jeezy was seriously plotting the divorce later and all that. For me, with the interview Jeezy did with, well, I don't want to call it, the sit down and talk he did with Nia Long, where he was painting himself like the good guy, oh, black men don't cheat, and da-da-da-da-da-da, like, sad eye. Anyway, guys, I still have a whole lot more to say about this situation, but let's go hear other people's thoughts on this new update, then we'll come back and talk. But you please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this update and this situation.
This message is for Jeezy. If you're not the snowman, keep scrolling. Sir, did you think we would never find out? When you sat up in Nia Long's face and declared that real men don't cheat, is this you? Jeannie Mai fires back at Jeezy's divorce claims, insinuates he's a cheater, and a prenup says it'll cost him. Sir, is this also you?
There's no cheat.
I kind of understand what you mean when you say that.
They do not.
I understand what you mean when you say
it's
that.
something in us that makes us want to be right. My life is built on integrity.
Yeah.
That's my moral compass.
Yeah.
All of this is allegations at this point. None of this is proven. Everything is alleged. But if it turns out that this is true, both Jeezy and Jennie can teach a masterclass in manipulation. I talked about this before, how some men know how to say all the right things. They know they had sprinkle in just enough therapy talk, just enough to make you feel like they're healing or healed or have done the work, knowing good well they're just as much as a raggedy player as the next guy. They just spit a better game. Nia was falling for it. People all over the internet were falling for it. Everybody's like, oh, Jeezy. Oh, he's so in touch with his feelings. Oh, that man is a player, okay? They try to act like they're so evolved. They're so mature. They've done the work. I don't care how much a man says he's a healed man. Make sure you see evidence of that healing before you ever believe it.
Another thing I feel bad for her on is the way that she was in that other marriage of like 10 plus years, and she just seemed so miserable, ready to get out of it. I feel like that was the situation with Freddie. She didn't feel like her relationship was like safe enough to bring a child into. And now she finally finds a relationship and a love and a marriage that she feels safe enough to bring a child into. And then only 2 years later, the rug gets swept up from under her. The trauma, you guys, I cannot even imagine what is going on in her head right now and in her heart.
Having a baby in your marriage does not solidify your marriage. It doesn't make your marriage stronger. It doesn't make your marriage happier. It doesn't amplify your marriage. And I feel like a lot of people feel like if they, women especially, if they have a baby once they get married, that things will get better, like it will solidify, it will make things stronger. I have to say, like, I disagree. Like, this Jeannie Mai and Jeezy thing has taught me something, especially us Muslim women who don't casually date we don't live with our spouses before we get married. Learn to live with your spouse. That first year of marriage is you learning how he is when he's upset, when he's angry, how he treats you, because you don't know someone until you live with them. And that first year is basically trial and error. It's a time for you guys to get to know each other and for you to sit there and say, listen, I don't like this about you, you don't like this about me, let's try to change it before you go on and have a full-blown baby. Jeannie never wanted to have a baby, and I know this is keep coming up in my feed, and honestly this is my takeaway from it, and I've always thought this way, because I'll see women who get married 3 months into the marriage, they get pregnant, a year later, 2 years later, they get divorced because, oh, he's a bad person, oh, I didn't know who he was. Yeah, because you didn't really give the time to get to know him the first year before you decided to have a life commitment with him. That's what it taught me. And another thing, where is Wendy Williams? I miss Wendy Williams. Did you hear her say, oh, I heard it. I heard it when the rest of the world heard the news, and J Hud didn't say nothing. There was no like, ooh, what you said? Like, screw, go back, nothing. It was just like, oh, I would have been like, what did you say? What were you thinking? Were you cooking? Were you cutting up onions? What you said to him? Did you call him? Like, Wendy Williams, this is her time. If she was here, all this stuff going around with Puff Diddy, with like, we miss Wendy. Wendy needs to do like a little podcast, a TikTok or something, because she gets down to, anyways.
Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. The other day, Jeannie made a comment that she found out that she was getting a divorce with the rest of the world.
At the time when I found out, at the same time as the rest of the world, that my marriage was ending in divorce.
But then Jeezy came out of nowhere and said, that's a lie. There's no way that you didn't think that we weren't getting a divorce. I mean, therapy wasn't working. Jeezy, baby, if you didn't have a direct conversation with your wife stating that I'm done with this, I am getting a divorce, then your communication is off, sir. We have to start normalizing communicating our feelings. And that's even if it's going to hurt the other person. Because not only is that situation hurtful, but now I'm finding out my own dirty laundry by somebody else. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Jeannie, things are different from the last time you were here. Some unexpected news broke about.
If you guys have not seen the interview from that clip, go and watch the clip and then come back to this video. But I know, and I'm prayerful, that this man did not allow for this lady to find out that he was getting a divorce from her on social media. When prior to all of this news broke, she was still promoting his book, like he's still commenting, hearts, and all of this stuff. I know that as a husband, as somebody who is committed to this woman, this man did not allow this woman to find out on social media. Because how disgraceful, how distasteful, how dishonest, sneaky, conniving, and all of those other things, narcissistic. How can you do that to the mother of your child? To the mother of your daughter? How could you do that to somebody that you say you loved? What? Come on.
Wow. Are we really surprised? So there's been a latest update between the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy divorce situation. Jeannie Mai is accusing Jeezy of allegedly cheating on her. And the prenup says that he has to cough up the funds for doing so. Be real with me. Are we really surprised that the man who has created 3 broken homes prior to marrying you is not a man that is about commitment? Jeannie, you are the 4th baby mother. What about him made you think that he was a man that followed the path of God and marriage and loyalty and consistency? You must have thought you were different. Stop thinking you're special, because these men will treat you the same way they treated their exes. Men like this will come to you knowing what you want out of life, then they'll convince you to change it for them, and then they'll leave you abandoned. Jeannie Mai left a 15-year relationship, never wanting children. She actually left her ex-husband because he wanted kids and she didn't, and then meets Jeezy and changes her mind, only to be left as a baby mother. What in the world? Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments.
When men want sympathy, they will literally stop at nothing. So you trying to tell me so you trying to tell me you cheated on that lady, and then you sat up and sat with me along, Miss Get Cheated on herself, doing it anytime. I don't wanna say no ill will. Yeah, cause you're the ill that's will, or the will that's ill. I'm disgusted. So yeah, honestly, not shocked. What's more surprising is, why would you sign a prenup talking about cheating and infidelity clause and then turn around and cheat? This is why y'all are dumb. I'm so disappointed. Like, now I'm on Jeannie's side. Team Jeannie. And I was always rocking my girl, honestly. She did have me a little with that dark meat. She definitely giving racist. But when she left that man because she didn't want to have her no kids, I was like, yeah, she stand on business. And then you had a baby by that man that got cheated on. My God in heaven, good golly. The fact that this man, Jeezy, sat up and did all all that pandering. Oh my God, I'm so irked. Men literally disgust me, bro. Like, you literally, I wouldn't even call it a smear campaign because he never said anything bad about her, but he also went on a whole sympathy tour damn near, knowing good and well that he was the reason they got divorced. And this is the thing. Can you control the narrative on the internet? No. Like, once a story hits the webs, it is what it is. But you knew that you cheated on her, and then let the internet say her mama probably was calling you everything but a black biscuit, and you just didn't have nothing to say. You could have posted an Instagram press release and let us know, there was never anything negative or going on. We just didn't work out. But you was running up in other pussycats. I hope she get her mother.
Did I expect for this divorce to get messy? No and yes, in a way, because he filed and he seems like he was done. She looked like she was ready to fight for this marriage, but it feels like they're both pretty much done. He's accusing her of acting as a gatekeeper to their daughter, and then she's firing back, claiming that he cheated and that violated a clause in their prenup. Listen, I'm glad more women are getting a cheating clause in their prenup. Now, this is from Love B. Scott, and essentially what it says in the documents is wife further shows that the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity, which provides in pertinent part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communications, including but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTime, social media, and or direct messages, shall result in a significant financial penalty upon the adulterous party. Now, again, it says if either party does this, if one person cheats, they gotta pay the other. Y'all were leaving comments talking about allegedly Jeannie cheated with Mario Lopez. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Now I'm like, damn. Now this counterclaim, like, oh my God. And there are specific details in there, down to the freaking DM. Jesus Christ, and right before Christmas, man.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead and share your thought, but let's be respectful as always. Here's my own thought on this, is that I really feel like this Jeannie Mai and Jeezy divorce situation is really getting messy with this whole alleged cheating from both ends and all that. But one thing for sure that I can clearly see is that I'm so happy that a lot of people caught on with the Nia Long interview or sit down talk Jeezy did with Nia Long. And a whole lot of us kind of gave it their side eye. Guys, if you haven't seen that video, go check out that video. I'll leave it down in the description box so you catch up to speed if you don't know what we're talking about. Hearing Jeannie Mai talking about how Jeezy allegedly cheated is just like, okay, sis. And I know some of us don't really like Jeannie Mai that well, but what got me is that I've been watching How Do I Look for years. That's where I got to know Jeannie Mai and all that, and knowing her on the real, her standing on the ground saying that she doesn't want kids and she's very intentional about bringing children into this world, not that she doesn't love children, and then just breaking up from ex-husband, then she got up with Jeezy and the next thing she's pregnant. For me, first off, that was a serious red flag for me, and I'm just like, girl, are you sure you want this child? Because for years and years and years you stayed on business saying you don't want any child, and that it is what it is. But just you met this man and all of a sudden you're singing a different song. And Chawanda, the lady, one of the ladies, that she's talking about how some men are going to tell you the right word, say the right thing just to get you committed, making you feel like they're ready to do the work, they are healing, they are in their own journey, Yen and Jay they will be talking to you as if they have sense, but in reality they know exactly what they're doing with you. Yeah, I think Jeezy was just doing that, because how could you go on a vacation with a woman and you're planning up a divorce paper already down to be filed? Like, how can you do that? How can you get a woman who strongly stay on business for years that she does not want a child, get her to feel comfortable, to love you, to say, okay, you know what, I think I can have a child with this person, and then you do her like that? Ladies, this is why I create this type of content. This is why I post videos like this, so that I'm not saying there's anything wrong with marriage, or there's anything wrong with relationship, or there's anything wrong with wanting a man, not needing a man, wanting a man. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but do it with a whole lot of intention and know what exactly you want from a relationship, because some of these men are just going to play you and get it done. Do I think this divorce is going to be messy? Hell yes, it's going to be. Do I think Jeannie Mai is going to eventually come out and let us know what's going on? Before now, I would say yes. But now I'm just kind of like, maybe she might not, just for the sake of her daughter. Because I see Jeannie Mai as a kind of mother that will want to protect her daughter, at any cost. If that means making her dad look good, not that bad in the public, she will. And I feel like she had to come to do this her own semi-media round just to clear the air with the whole rumor coming that she cheated in the relationship. I felt like she has kept quiet for a long time, since August, and now she's speaking out, and I feel like, girl, spill it. Even though Jeezy wasn't messy talking about her, but he was dropping some crumbs and some things, making it look like she was the problem in the relationship. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Go ahead and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because hey, that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, I know you guys have been asking me for plug for my hair, but sorry guys, I really don't have plugs. This particular unit here, I got it from a beauty exhibition that went down last 2 weeks or so here in Nigeria, which I attended. And then the other coily one with fringe, I got that from an Instagram. My friend actually got me that from an Instagram shop, which I'm going to link down in the description box. While the straight bob one is also from an Instagram shop here in Nigeria. That's where I got it. And yeah, I think I'm going to get more units, and I'll probably link, if I have links, I'll link it down in the description box. Okay, anyway guys, see you guys in my next video. Deuces.